Gamer with First again. I completely forgot about background music for a moment, so I had to hurriedly get that set up. That reminds me, I should probably double check YouTube settings. Make sure they have stuff correct. Cool. All right. Let's get into it. How are we all? I should probably have some water before we start anything. I'm doing good. I am doing good. One thing I want to do to start off today. I want to have a look if there's any bugs in the Godot engine. Any good first issue bugs? Nope. They're all the same ones as previous, so... Dang. What we need to do today is, first off, I need to correct something in here. Let's go. Traffic jam days. That value is 3. Now I need to get a global value. It's going to be interesting to see how Godot handles this whole community manager situation. That'll be the big piece. Traffic days, destination variable. Traffic days, default value, 0. Set channel title. Of course, yeah. Delete that sub action. Stream end right in here. Doodles Coupole, how are you? Grab some coffee, didn't want to miss first, so I waited. Grabbing coffee, what time is it for you? Japers. How you doing, Coupole? Oh well, got sick. Unfortunate. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Hopefully it's just like a 1-day cold or something. Let's see, I also need to do some C#. Not gonna make that mistake, that will crash things. Let's copy this sub action. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly update this stuff. Because I want to have the number of days in my title. But I want to automate that so that I'm not always going in there and having to set the title every morning and ugh. Too hard basket. So int days 0, and then we do get global variable, which is true. Our name is traffic days, and it's an int. So we do that, then we can, oh hello Jordster, how are you? Days plus equal 1. Then we do that, and we do set argument to days. Traffic days. Cool. So at the end of my stream, it will update the stream title to have the number of days I've been working on Traffic Jam Simulator for the next stream. Perfect. Just saw social team childishness. So a little upset, but happy nothing it wrong with real Godot. Yeah, exactly. So I see a lot of people complaining about Godot, but people need to remember the community manager is not Godot. Yes, the community manager is representing Godot. So Godot's internal leadership needs to deal with that and either rein them in and undo all of the crap that they've done with blocking people, or they need to fire them. One of those two things. Because there was nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with the tweet they put out. Like, everyone's like, you're a game engine, you should just be focused on the game. The community manager's not building the game engine. The community manager's not part of the development team. They are there to reach out and interact with the community. The issue is with the fact that they went around and started banning everyone that disagreed with them. That's the problem. That's why Godot needs to remove that person from that position. So, yeah. If Godot doesn't remove that person from that position, or doesn't undo all of the blocks that were put out because of it, then that's them supporting that behavior, and I don't think I would be supporting Godot at that point. So, yeah. I'm waiting to see what Godot does about it. Because if the company... Yeah, it would be upsetting. If the company allows that to stay in place, then it's like, alright, no. I'm officially out. I'm going to look for another game engine. Godot and everything that their community manager did this morning, or yesterday, or whatever time it happened. So yeah, I mean, what was it? It was... where was it? Oh my god. So, this tweet here. This was the tweet they put out. Alright. There's nothing I can see wrong with this tweet. It's just a tweet reaching out to people in a specific part of the community, looking to engage with them, which is what a community manager is supposed to do. A community manager is supposed to reach out to communities and interact with them and try to build the community around the company, right? It's literally what they're supposed to do. The issue comes about when you start banning people for having an opinion that goes against yours. That's the issue. If they weren't banning people for having a different opinion, then there would be no controversy whatsoever. No one would give a shit. That's all. But the issue is with how they handled responses to the tweet. Because, what was it? It was, let's go to their webpage. They banned... I think it was someone... No, not from there. It was a Titanium founder. Like a Titanium sponsor. Which, funnily enough, they don't have listed here now. Interesting. Anyway, there was a person that put up a response to this, telling them to focus on the game engine and not politics. Fine, whatever, that's a tweet. You can have that opinion. You shouldn't be blocked by the community manager for putting that tweet up. B, the community manager that put out this tweet, I highly doubt they have anything to do with the engine at all. So they're not focusing on the engine anyway. They're focusing on the community. Their job is the community manager. So telling them to focus on the game engine doesn't make any sense. It's like telling the community manager of Coke to, you know, make sure health and safety at the factory, like focus on health and safety at your factories. It's like the community manager doesn't do that. They have no input to that. Yeah, you shouldn't ban someone for putting up a tweet like that in response to this tweet. And if Godot doesn't undo all of those bans and doesn't do something about this community manager for behaving that way, I may very well find myself looking for another engine. Because I don't want my game engine to be encouraging stupid, childish behavior online. Yeah, we want everyone in the Godot community to be welcome. Like, if someone puts up a tweet saying, like, complaining about me as a person, it's like, I don't care. If someone puts up a tweet complaining about cis white males, I'm gonna be like, who cares? If someone puts up a tweet complaining about all of the crap that games are game companies are shoving into games just to appease people that are trans or people with disabilities and stuff like that, like the Rainbow Six stuff where you have an operative in a wheelchair. That doesn't make sense. If people want to put up tweets about that, I don't care. Like, make whatever game you want. Alright? Who cares? You have your opinion. I'll have my opinion. I'm not going to punish you for having an opinion that differs from me. Because the second I start doing that is the second I have an echo chamber of people around me that just repeat the same things I say, and then I never learn or grow as a person. It's stupid. It's stupid. The wheelchair operative, the way it works is you don't play the wheelchair operative, you play the 2 autonomous robots that they control. So yeah, it's a pointless character, basically. Anyway. Figure we get that out there. So yeah, I'm going to figure out this issue with the animation stuff. Once I've figured out this issue with the animation stuff... Yes, exists for the sake of existing, yes. So, once I have figured out this animation stuff, we will move on to some 3D modeling and try to get some other stuff created, because we're basically at a point where we need to start building out the game world, and also I don't like this is a good test character, but it's not the final character I want. So plus I want to do my own animations and stuff like that, so you know. But for now, I need to understand why this keeps firing, even though... Oh, is it because it was set to auto? Is that what it was? Oh my fucking god. I spent like an hour yesterday trying to figure that out. And it was just the fact that I had the mode set to auto instead of like an enable. Oh my god. Okay, so that's fixed. And that's why, because I had that turned on. Yeah, that's... So... I think it is on floor, because yeah, if I'm on the floor, then I want to transition into this. If I'm not on the floor, I shouldn't even be in this. We can extend this later when we have proper jump animations to have like a full loop, so that if they jump off the top of like a tall area, it like loops over until they get to a certain amount, like a certain distance from the ground, and then play the landing. Transition this at end if running. Transition this at end if not is running. All right. Okay, so I may need to change this. So instead of being that, it's is jumping. Let's bring up our script. Is jumping. Thankfully, I started this game on Saturday, so if I do need to change game engine, not that big of a deal. I'm not like half a year into development on this game, so I don't need to worry about it. But then it's a matter of like, which game engine do I move to if Godot does shit the bed? Like, I can't use Unreal. I don't really want to go back to Unity because like they've proven in the past that they can still shit the bed really bad. That's the thing, that like I don't want to backpedal and go to like I don't want to go to Unity because they backpedaled, because I already don't have faith in them. Like, I don't trust them to be good in the future. So it's like, do I find something else? Like, do I go to something like let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's the thing, I'm staying with Godot for now, but it depends on how they handle this community manager situation. If they come out and they say they support what the community manager did, then I'll be out. I'll dip out. I'll be like, nope. You're supporting internet childishness. I'm not. No. Done. Needs to be development on Linux. Needs to have 3D support. There's like Axomel. Oh, Bevy. I could do Rust Bevy. I mean, it does 3D. I missed the politics talk because of spamming Shiloh. Yeah, Bevy's cool. There's Axmol. Languages, C++ and Lua. Nice. I want to see what has been made for Axmol. If they will support this, I wouldn't care if I had a Godot project. Exactly, Cat. Exactly. I'll sponsor when I have a job again. Fair enough. But yeah, there's a ton of 3D engines that you can use. 3JS. There's GDevelop. That's true. I mean, Rust is choice because of how you can encapsulate different parts of your project. Yeah, true. Create your first game 100% free. That's interesting. Now, when they say free, no ties, cancel subscription anytime, payments done, blah, blah, blah. If using GDevelop account for a company having more than 50,000 USD revenue per year, you must use the Pro membership. I don't have a company, and I'm not making 50,000 US a year. I would be lucky to be making 5,000 USD a year. Let's make a game in C++, problem solved. Yeah, I need... Like, I'm not amazing at maths, though. So... when it comes to the physics side of things, I'm in a bit of trouble. Is that... That's just 2D in a 3D kind of environment, isn't it? It's cool. But yeah. We've got options. We have options in case Godot does completely crap themselves. We have options, so... I've tried Rust, I will not try using it in the near future. I've used Rust before. Like, I've built APIs in Rust. I think using the Rocket, I think it was the Rocket package to build an API. It was fun. It was very fun. But I think to think of any project as a one-person thing is not the best thing. No. No. That's why I'm good at math, so I can... Like, I could go online and I could find the equations and I could implement them in code. But there's a lot... It's just a lot that I would have to... Like, if there was a bug, I'd have to try and debug something that I don't fully understand, which is a bit... just fork of Bevy. Probably through some module changes. So what I want to do is... elif is on floor and is jumping. That's what I want to do. What is all of this? This function is this node, root editor, panel, vbox container, doc.h_splitleft, doc.h_splitleft, blah, 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 blah. Can only be accessed from either the main thread or a thread group. Use call deferred instead. I'm not trying to access anything in the UI. Just recompile the Godot engine and call it Hypnos version, so you can have your own. I'll just fork Godot, and I'll just like open source it as a completely different engine, and be like, this is an engine by the community for the community. Everyone contribute to it. If you come in and try to use the game engine as your own personal agenda, I will slap you physically, not over the internet. It'll be Hypnodo. Hypnodo. That'll be the engine. They have ads starting in a minute. Is jumping. Hypnodome, yeah. Like, we've got all this stuff working. We got the walk backwards, we got the run backwards. That there is blending. That's a blended animation right there. So you have forward left, which is blending forward and right movement. You have forward, oh sorry, that was forward and right. You have the forward left, which is blending the forward and the left movement. Then you have the back left or back right, which is blending the back and the right animation. But obviously there's issues. Can it run backwards? Yes, it can run backwards, and it can run off the, because I don't have anything there. Hello, Coolio. How are you? Ads in progress. We're gonna slow down a bit. Keep things calm for the ads. G'day, Coolio. G'day indeed. I'll redo some modules and just use some stuff at Bevy. I'm approaching it correctly with saying I redo some modules and just use some stuff at Bevy. Not sure what you mean, Ice. Sorry for this dumb question, but I never interacted in regards to coding in public. Like my joke before. Oh, the names like Hypnodome and Hypnodot and stuff like that. Yeah, it's basically just when you fork a repository and you alter the code and you release it under your own name or something, then yeah, you just have it as whatever. Why are we in gameplay? Yeah, we could definitely have the game engine called Hypnodome. I could totally do that. Good night, Coopol. If I sponsor a link them on the page. And so that's fair. Sponsor and link them on the page and so on. That's fair, right? It depends on what you're doing with it. So if you're forked the repo, if it's an open source repo, then you're allowed to create a fork of it. You may not be able to sell the product or something like that. It all comes down to their terms of service and stuff like that. But and if you forked it and you modified it and you started using it as a competing product, probably not. But I mean, you could fork it and be like, hey, this is a fork of the Bevy engine, which has all the stuff the Bevy engine has, except for these couple of things tweaked. And yeah, you could have it linked to their page and stuff like that. That'd be fine. I hope I'm answering the question. Ads are done. So I don't know why this doesn't trigger. If it is jumping, it should be an immediate switch to the jumping animation. Determines whether transition should disable, enable when using travel, or traversed automatically if the advanced condition or advanced expression checks are true. And we'll use this transition during animation node state machine playback travel. Coupol's Daily TTS.
User Coupol_TW said, "Don't forget to throw bits, everyone. I would have expected you all to support Hypno more. This of course is meant for those who can. I am gonna see you all next time then. Bye and enjoy the stream."
Thank you, Coupol. Enjoy. Have a good sleep. Enjoy your day tomorrow. I'll try to be here for 12 hours today since tomorrow's my day off. We'll see how we go. Going to the doctor in the morning? Good call. Good call. Get checked. Take care of yourself. That goes for all of you. That's fine, Ice. That's fine. If you're here during the ad breaks, you're supporting. You don't need to throw money or anything in this channel. No need for that. I appreciate it when people do, but only do it if you can. That's all. Well, if you can and if you want to. Aussie mode. You support in other ways, gamer. I don't get this. Extremely irritated nose, teary eyes. It's very annoying when trying to sleep. Ooh, tomorrow? I'm really surprised. Usually when I go to the grocery store to do my groceries, I'm spending like $90 to $100 on groceries for the week. Alright? Last night, I did my groceries online because I'm going to get them delivered tomorrow so that I can, in the morning, bleach my hair and dye it purple for the sub goal. Now, I'm spending less money doing my groceries online, including the delivery fee. The delivery fee was $9, and I'm still spending less on groceries. So yeah, purple hair, because if you have a look at that message there, and you have a look up in the top left, you'll see that we're above 75 sub points. So my hair needs to go purple. Yep, you asked about the beard. The beard, depending on how the hair looks, the beard may have to go purple as well. If it looks too weird, then it may have to all go purple. I hope it doesn't look weird. So the reason why the groceries were cheaper, I suggest everyone does their grocery shopping online, because when you're in the store, you don't look at every single product in the store, do you? You go to the one that you usually get and you grab that version of the product. That's usually what you do in the supermarket. Also, you're not, but you don't have a running tally of how much it's costing you. You only know that when you get up there and you scan all the stuff through, and it's like, oh, that's how much it all costs. You have a rough idea, but you don't know exactly. So, when you do your grocery shopping online, it's like, okay, I can see exactly how much this is going to cost me. And when I go to look at the products, so when I go to look at like meat products or something, I will see all the other options for that meat product. So like diced chicken breast. So I'm not just seeing the one that cost like $14. I'm also seeing the other one that costs $10 because it's by a lesser known brand, but it's still the same goddamn thing. It's still chicken breast. There's that kind of thing. It's like that product is usually the one that's like higher up on the shelf or higher down because they can't outbid for the center shelf where your eyes are initially drawn. So you generally miss those kinds of products. Too scared to be under on cash? It's great, like, give it a try. Give it a try just once. It'll work out for you. If you're frugal enough, you'd plan your whole shopping trip to the cent. I'm like a scanner in a store. People must think I'm nuts. What about transition with strains? I don't think I can do a color fade or anything like that. I'm not skilled enough at hair dyeing. That's the thing, like, you're not going to plan your shopping trip to the cent because that requires you to know the product's prices in advance. So you're not going to be like, all right, I'm going to spend $11.40 on like stir fry beef or like beef mince or something like that, because you'll go in there and you'll be like, oh, they're all $13. You have a budget and you buy till you reach that number in your head. I mean, I generally know how much I'm going to be spending when I go in, because I generally buy the same or similar stuff. Like, I'll buy a different sauce, or I'll buy a different type of pasta, or I'll buy a different type of bread, or some slightly different veggies, stuff like that. So I know roughly how much that stuff costs. But that's because I'm just going in there and I'm grabbing similar stuff to what I always get. I'm not going in there looking around and being like, what should I get? Oh, that looks interesting. What's that? Oh, that looks interesting. What's that? No, I'm not doing that. But when I'm doing it online, that stuff is just there in front of me. And I see it and I'm like, oh, that could be a good alternative to what I usually get, and it's $3 cheaper. What is it? It's that sort of thing. So like, I have a budget. I have a budget of $100 a week for my groceries. But now I'm spending like $70 a week on my groceries. Oh, yay. Yeah, you always round up. Always round up. Always overestimate your expenses. Always overestimate your expenses. Never underestimate. People that underestimate how much things are going to cost do not make sense to me. Like that seems illogical. Like, why are you assuming it's going to cost less? Assume it's going to cost more. That way, when it costs less, you're like, oh, cool, I have $10 left over. It says it was jumping, so why didn't the animation tree handle it? Are there peaches that don't come with gold leaf? Now let's change this to immediate. Not is on floor. This one, immediate. Not is on floor and is running. That gamer is. That gamer does seem like the kind of person that drinks water with the gold leaf in it. What up, Questley? How are you? What are you up to? Enjoying your day off? Is jumping. That one there I can change to. Of course. I should change that to not is on floor. That can be is on floor. That can be is on floor. Not is on floor. Not is on floor. Cool. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't know why the keyboard feels out of place. So it was false for a time then. Why is the animation tree not changing? Those are on auto. That's weird. Alright, at least it's playing the animation, right? At least it's playing the animation. Hey, Questley, don't worry about it. We've all been there. Everyone that was learning programming was... But everyone that has ever learned programming has been in that situation and knows exactly what it's like, which is why when we see other people getting like that, we're fine with it. We're like, yep, I remember when I was like that. I remember doing the exact same stuff. Exactly. As logical people, we dislike it when things that seem logical to us don't work. Because it's like, why? Logic is supposed to be the one thing that is sound. Exactly. Alright, so we got that fixed. And it's always playing it there, but that's because they're not on ground. Like, there's no ground for them in here. So, obviously, they're doing that. Ooh. I mean, I could probably change this, to be honest. How do I do it? So I got surgery. I was fading away because I wasn't eating enough. So I got surgery to have this happen. Elon Musk was like, hey, let's try Neuralink on you so that you can like control your hands and stuff still. And I was like, that sounds amazing. And then I ended up like this. I do have a mech suit though. A mech suit that looks like a real body. So that way, if I need to carry stuff around and stuff like that, I have something that's like solid to help carry things. But if I'm just lifting up like something small like this, I've got enough power. I've got enough upward thrust to carry that. But the second I reach like 5 kilos, I need to get into my mech suit so that I can carry that stuff. So yeah, if you ever see me out and about and I look like I've got a full body, that's just me in my mech suit. But I think I have a video previously where I showed behind the scenes. It's a new mech suit designed to look hyper real. Exactly. It wasn't Boston Dynamics. It was some other company. I can't remember their name. It had like a triangle in their symbol. I forget what it was. But yeah, they were like, they seem to have like a ton of money, like more money than anything I've ever seen. Because yeah, like this mech suit looks like something out of Westworld. It's amazing. What I could do is just edging that NDA. I don't have an NDA. There is no NDA here. What I want to do, I want to remove this. If I'm being honest, I don't want that. I don't want to. No. That. Delete. Jesus Christ. So I want to go animation tree. Okay, I do need the animation in here. But I don't want it connected to anything. Time for anime. Gonna be a lurker now. Lurk away. Enjoy the anime. Wait, there's an issue with StreamerBot. If you need help with StreamerBot, let me know. Like my entire stream right now is run off StreamerBot and Twitch alerts. That's Godot 4. How do I do a one-shot animation? Yep. I've done my research on this Godot drama. I now have a formed opinion on the matter. Drama equals lame. Yes. Yeah, the drama, like, there would be no drama if they didn't go around banning everyone. That's the only reason there is drama in the first place. It's like, I just want Godot to come out and go, yep, that shouldn't have happened. We shouldn't have been banning people. We've reverted all of that. Everyone that was banned as a part of that has been unbanned. Or unblocked. Sort of thing. That's all I want them to do. If they don't do that, that's when I'm gonna start to have a problem. Yeah. If they don't do that, then it's like, all right, you're supporting people doing this. Yeah, the bans are what made me... The bans are what made everyone go, what the hell are you doing? Like, initially, before I knew about the banning, not to Unity, no. If I have to change, I'll probably give Bevy a shot. If only I had time for that. I mean, hell, Godot, if you want a community manager that's going to properly manage the community, let me know. That's why you're a co-manager. It's like people who came when the drama started erupting are actually toxic enough to get banned. Yeah, yeah, we can team up and do it. But that's the thing, like, so Kat, like, those people wouldn't have come about. Like, those people only came about because of the action taken by the community manager. Like, they only came about and started being toxic because the community manager started being toxic. Like, the community manager was fine up until they started banning people. The second they started banning people for having an opinion they didn't like, they became the toxic one. Well, they're going to have a hell of a time because the community manager has banned people that were putting a ton of money into Godot's fund. So if they don't unban those people and they don't apologize to these people and whatnot, all of a sudden, Godot's going to have a lot less money to work with. Yeah, like, that's the thing, Kavino. The banning is the only issue. I don't have a problem with the tweet they put up. The tweet they put up was fine. They were interacting with the community. That's all they were doing. As a community manager, that's all they should do. Don't ban people for having a different opinion to you, though. That's stupid. Yeah, but they've done it to multiple people. Like, it's not just the one person. Like... And they'll also lose a bunch of people that were actually working on the engine in their own time, like putting up their own PRs and stuff. Ban whoever you want, ban the world. Ban every account on Twitter, so that way your account is the only one on Twitter. Ban Sammy, ban Sammy. What I need... I need a one-shot. Are these able to be set to... Parameters one-shot request. It's called X now. No, it's Twitter. It will forever be Twitter. Twixer. I've tried using Twixer for a while. I still have the best Twitter feed of all time. Look at the puppies. How can you say Twitter is hell? Look, the puppy's even bringing the water to be filled. Twitter is only bad if you make it bad. Clearly swallowed a magnet. Look at the huskies howling. You gotta spend the time to make it good. Like, you take the time to make it good, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Look, kitty and puppy. Now, I don't know why kitties don't pop up as much. Like, every time I see a cat video, I like it. It just doesn't pop up as much. I even have frogs. It just looks at them like, you know, that's my food. There's kitties. There you go. Whole bunch of kitties. But I mean, that's much cuter. What's like that puppy? Well, those kitties. Like that puppy wins for me. Oh my god, it's an otter. Good otter. Oh, chickies. Puppy and chicks. Yeah. This is a great Twitter feed. There's another kitty. There. Just so many. So many. Like all of it. Apart from the ads, it's just kitties and puppies and otters and frogs and parrots and ferrets and tigers and I use Twitter. Telegram is enough for me. God. So I need to set up a one-shot request. This animation node will execute a sub animation, then return once it finishes. So does it need to have a blend tree? Yeah, it needs to have a blend tree with a one shot. How do I just trigger the animation? Kavino. How do I trigger an animation with an animation tree? Because I saw you have your death animation. So you're clearly triggering that. Oh, oh, he's lurking for dinner time. Ah, how rude. Alright, so it's probably going to be this. I'll probably need to do a transition request. No, because that's a parameter still. With 3D animation, the popular technique is for animators to use the root skeleton bone to give the motion of the rest of the skeleton. This allows animating characters in a way where steps actually match the floor below. It also allows precise interaction with objects during cinematics. Oh, really? So I assume it'd be that one. playing the animation in Godot, it is possible to select this bone as the root motion track. Doing so will cancel the bone transformation visually. The animation will stay in place. A root motion view that can be placed in the scene as well that acts as a custom floor for your character and animations. This node will be disabled by default. What was that? A root motion view. Oh snap. That's so cool. I had no idea that was a thing. Alright, so we've got that. If I go back into here, so I guess I have to do parameters playback gives you the state machine. Okay. So I can go. No, I've already got a state machine. Anim playback. I'll do that as an on ready. Anim tree get parameter playback. So what is playback? Animation node state machine playback. Okay. That there. So in here, I can do anim playback, travel, jump. Then what's that? Reset on teleport. The animation is played from the beginning when the travel causes a teleportation. When the travel causes a teleportation. Okay. Transition from the current state to another one, following the shortest path. If the path does not connect from the current state, the animation will play after the state teleports. Okay. Well, something went kaboom. Get on a null value. Get on a null value. Oh, of course. Yeah, cool. So I need it to, when it finishes the animation, I need it to stop. Otherwise, if How do I get the current? Current playing animation state. Get current node. Whoa, that root motion bone causing things to be a bit weird. Must be the incorrect root motion bone. Yeah, cool. Because now I'm just doing it as a one shot. Nice. Alright, we've got that stuff pretty much figured out now. So I think we go into Blender. Let's see what we can do for this character. Jump looks like an ollie. I know, right? That's kind of why I want to make my own model and my own animations and whatnot, so that I can create my own animations that look how I want them to look. Have a running animation, like a run jump animation, have a walk jump animation, have an idle jump animation, have a jump loop as well, so that if they jump and they're in air for an extended period of time, it can loop that center part before they do the land. Have an animation for opening a car door and getting in the car that doesn't actually animate, like doesn't actually move the mesh out of position. Because the only animations I can find so far for that would have the character mesh move from this position over here into the car sitting down. Then it's like, all right, but now your collider and your origin and all of that is over here. So I would need to correct all of that stuff to get it to where you are in the car, wouldn't I? Or would I just disable that stuff? Like disable the collider and whatnot, and have it so that while you're driving the car, that's disabled. When you get out of the car, it's enabled. Like, how would I don't know how to do that. I know how to do those things, I just don't know the proper way to handle it. Now, a question I have with this one is, how far out did the shoulders come? I have a feeling the shoulders would start about there. I gotta say, that looks good. I like it. If we select those, We just go down for now because I can like segment them and move them out and whatnot later. For now, it's just about getting the general shape. My shoulders probably need to be a bit thicker too. Maybe a bit more. So, how do I get these arms connected up now? I feel I'm doing this wrong. I think what we need to do is we need to bring up a video tutorial or something. We need to like follow that tutorial through. It's going to be a much better idea, I think. Blender 4.2. Base character mesh tutorial. Jesus. I should probably see my doctor about that. Ready to sculpt. Okay, so this is sculpting. That's not... I don't want to sculpt because that adds a ton of geometry that I don't need. A ton of topology that I don't need. Like, what's the end result? Yeah, I'm not really after a character that looks like that. Like, I want a character that just looks like a regular person, but low poly. Oh, that's 14 years ago. Jeepers. Now the question is, where do you get the proportions? Like, where do you get those reference images? There's the reference image. No longer available. Damn it. I think this is the one we looked at before, isn't it? Nah, yeah, they're doing it that way. Because, like, I could get something like this. Like, I could go to Turbo Squid. I gotta move this off screen because I don't trust Turbo Squid to display things that are safe. Ads coming up in a minute. Let's get this one. All right. So I've got a couple here that I'm going to move into the project. Ads. Okay. Um, close that file out. So we have this. So we can use this one. This is one that I obtained previously, like a different project that I was trying to do at the time. I initially grabbed this one because the low poly game that I want to make in the future, I tinkered with that in like Unity and Unreal and whatnot like 3 years ago, but couldn't figure it out. But now I can figure it out because I'm super smart. But the issue we have now, there should be I got more gooder. Exactly. So this is supposed to have both a male and a female reference. Like a male and a female base mesh. But it seems to just have this one. Just the male. So, now download the obj as well. We're gonna see if the obj has. So the obj has the female base mesh as well. So we can import the obj like so. Now we have the female as well. I can rename this to male, rename this to eyes because, I mean, it's a human. Like, of course it's a human mouth. It's a human person. It's a human. It's a human male. For anyone that doesn't get that reference, go watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is hilarious. I should also switch this. I don't want my stream to be impacted. Fucked up. So it's already got the eye texture and stuff. We can turn those off for now. I need to add a light, to add a sun. Is this just the alien from Prometheus? That's what it seems like. But yeah, this is one that I purchased previously on CG Trader. I'll post the link in chat, so if anyone wants to... If anyone wants to buy it and use it for their projects. It's a royalty-free, no AI license as well. So you can use it without royalties or anything like that. I am going to, obviously, that's the one I'm using. One thing I do need to check is the eyes have that. Let's change it to an image texture. Oh, there is no skin. Right. Okay. Let's just change that back to a base color. We can do that. So this is a base mesh that I have previously purchased like 3 years ago when I first started tinkering with my project I want to create in the future. It's got a male and a female base mesh. It comes like it's a very good base mesh. So it's a good jumping off point. One thing I'm learning is that when it comes to creating characters, I can't do it. When it comes to creating like static objects, so like a lamp or a sign or a keyboard or stuff like that, I can create that stuff. But when it comes to creating a person or an animal or something like that, I can't do that. That's a bit out of my reach for the time being. So what I want to do, I'll use this and I'll do things like I'll create clothing for them. I will create hair for them and facial hair for them and stuff like that. I'll create props and whatnot. Then I can use these in my traffic jam simulator because I like this character, but it's not the character that I want for my game. It's just a test character for now so that I can like get this base stuff kind of set up and working. So yeah. So Corrupted Goblins is going to be my side project. I'll work on that off stream. I'll also do like a stream of it every week or two. But there are people out there that don't know who Pirate Software is, or for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, don't like Pirate Software. So making a game based on Pirate Software with a lot of lore from his channel and a lot of jokes from his channel and stuff like that, it prevents those people from wanting to be here. It's another barrier of entry for them, basically. They don't feel like they can be here, or they just don't want to be here because they don't like it and stuff like that. So that'll be a free fan-made game that I just update on Twitch every now and then. Also update on itch every now and then. And this will be the main project that I build out. And that link I posted before, that is where you can get this base mesh from. It's like, I think it's like a bit under $30 Australian right now for a male and a female. It's royalty free as well. And you get a very good base mesh that you can use from there on. So yeah. I don't know if I'll ever do 3D. You're not gonna be able to do 3D unless you start doing 3D. If you don't start doing 3D, then you'll never be able to do 3D. Not that you have to do 3D. You don't have to do 3D. Your PC will die if you start. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, what I'll do, because I'll do this as skin, and then I can have the base color in the game as something the player can change. So like have a color wheel that is just skin tones basically, and let them select from that color wheel sort of thing, which will basically just be that. It'll just be hue shifting essentially. So I think that's hue, isn't it? No, that's not hue, that's saturation. That's saturation shifting. I'm still learning terminology. Don't hate me. So we have that. And I think the issue I had previously, we have a subdivision modifier. If I turn that off, hang on. Huh? Oh, that's why, because I turned that off. Well, hang on, why is that? I have you hidden. Why is it that when I go into here, what is this? Sharp edges or custom normals detected, disabling GPU division, subdivision. I hope that's not gonna destroy. Anyway, we'll just apply that. What was the error? Modifier cannot be applied to a mesh with shape keys. Why does it have shape keys? Are the shape keys used for animation? Hang on, what? I'm not understanding this one bit. So the male mesh is actually the female mesh? What? Oh, the shape key would alter that. Right? Is that right? Yeah, right. Okay, I see. I see. I gotcha. I gotcha. They have a shape key set up, which, yep, you can use that to essentially determine how feminine you want the body to be. Right. Right. Hmm. Lily. Hello again. You seem to know things about 3D modeling. If I export this model as a GLTF, is that going to... Is that going to include the subdivision? Godot's thinking. Okay, so it's given me that. And it's got the key action here. So I assume this key action is going to be the shape key to like change. Okay. Let's understand this a bit. We're learning some stuff here. Okay. The root type gonna be a character body 3D, obviously. Let's do a new inherited scene. Object is read-only. So let's see. Go for shape keys. Can't find access to blend shapes of the mesh itself. As far as I understand, this should work. So the mesh, blend shape. So I could connect a slider to the blend shape here and allow people to set it however far they want. So they can go whichever. Cool. I'll almost be able to create a character editor with this. Okay, so that's something I've learned. I do think I want the feet to be 0, 0. So that way I have everything starting from here up, rather than starting in the center. Way if I need to spawn something at a global position on top of the ground, I can just be like, I don't need to worry about where your center is. I can just set your Y to 0 and put your X and Y as whatever it needs to be. We'll worry about that later. No. If I worry about it later, it's going to be too late. Oh geez, that's perfect. It's literally perfect. Maybe a bit lower. Now give them more arms. That'll be for my next project. My next project, they'll be able to have more arms. They'll be able to have different types of arms. I need to get a bit better at 3D modeling before I do that. So what's that? That's that. Hmm. That's what I wanted. I want to set the origin. Affect only origins. But if I manually change that, 13944. That's close. Gonna try to stop by this week, but it's difficult. I'm in a cabin in the woods with very little internet. That's completely fine, Cantrap. You can stop by whenever you can, whenever you want to. It's all good. I may cry, but you won't be here to see it, so that's fine. Also, you got to stop by at some point so that you can see me with purple hair. Because that's happening this week. There we go. They're all generally in the same spot. How? If it gets too bad, remember that I'll be back next week. That's true. That's true. So, does anyone know what are magnetonics? Does anyone know how I can move the origins of all three of these to underneath the feet so that they are all the exact same spot? Because I can select that, but then that will only affect the origin for the eyes. Oh wait, no, it affected all of them. Ha! Oh my god. I answered my own question. It's fine. Perfect. I am what the people call genius. Did you make this model? No. So this model is one that I had previously obtained like a few years back off CG Trader. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's very cheap for the quality that it is. It's currently 30% off. So you can grab it if you want to use it for your game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change give them hairstyles that can be applied, give them clothes that can be applied and stuff like that. And I'm going to create all the props and stuff because I find I have a limitation with creating like complex humanoid or quadruped type beings. So I will use this as my starting model, and then for my next game where I need to have customizations to body parts, I will be able to, I'll have done a lot of modeling by then, so I'll be able to adapt this model to what I need at that point in time. But this gives me a starting point. It also comes with shape keys as well. So because it has shape keys, what I can do is I can tween this shape key and I get a female base mesh. So I can link that up to a custom, to a slider in game to allow people to basically choose their body type, essentially. Now, if I do go into shading, let's turn the sun back on. I believe there's something like a Voronoi texture that I can do. I think if I go RGB. There we go. RGB. That's what I need. Yeah, it's very useful. As someone that's just learning Blender, I know what shape keys are used for. I can't create them. I am nowhere near good enough to create them. Let's see. I think there's like a mix. This one here. Maybe it wasn't a Voronoi. Ooh, no. I swear it was a Voronoi or something. Working with my artist on making the player character and finding a body type that looked good for either male or female was tough. Yep. I remember there was something that allowed me to get like a skin texture type thing. Created like a noise or something. Noise texture. What was it? Blender. Skin material. There's a skin modifier? Ah, right. Subsurface scattering, eh? No, I don't think we need to worry about it for now. For now, I think we can just leave it as that. And we can focus that's interesting. Focus on some rigging, I think. We can do a basic human. Now this I have done a couple of times, so I kind of understand how to do it. That's supposed to be the heel. That's supposed to be the big toe, I think. No. That's supposed to just be the toes, I believe. Yeah. If I put it there, that'll help with the toes. Not that I need to worry too much about that. Spine, pelvis, that's correct. But collarbones. Repositioning bones. Bring that up. Back a little bit. Hey, BTD. That's right. Floating Ghost Head Man. How are you? I'm doing some armature rigging at the moment, so... If anyone can figure out how to cosplay this for Halloween, well done. You've broken physics. nipples looks like Shanks. There you go. I need that to be lower. Need that to be higher. So that's the collarbone. As we can... No, that's shoulder. Shoulder? That should be... How is that shoulder? That should be collarbone. That. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this. Pre-rig. And then I can take all of these, parent with automatic weights, I think. No. You first. Generate rig. And then these. Ooh, actually. Let's apply the scale. Then I generate the meta rig. Now I take these and I parent them to the meta rig with automatic weights. And now because they're parented to the meta rig, what I can do is if I select this, oh, look at that. I can animate this now. Probably a little bit off. What have you been up to, Lily? Turn these IK stretches all the way down. Yeah, the arm's got a good... Yeah, the shoulder's a bit out. This is the difficult part. Getting the rig correct. Yeah. There's probably too much to this bone now. Ooh, Code. Welcome in, Code. Everyone, give them a like and a follow. They code a lot with Quellis, and they do a lot of paired coding and build games and whatnot, and they have their own side projects, so check out Code. Have a fun stream. Welcome in. What have you been having? What were you working on today? What were you working on today? Give us the deets. The Code raid. Of course gamers in the raid. Of course gamers in the raid. Gamers in every raid. Hello, Micken Hill. How are you? Working on your mobile game? Got a health and damage system done? Nice. Extendable attack types? Made a dev menu for testers to use. Ooh. Interesting. That'd be helpful. Hello, NanoDev. Welcome in. Code has the morbs. They're like a drug. That's true. That's true. Those morbs are good. Have a good one, Code. Thank you for the raid. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your lurking. More than happy for people to lurk around if they want to. I'm Hypnotic, for those that don't know me. I'm currently doing some 3D rigging for this character model. I didn't make this model, just to be clear. I bought this model off of CG Trader. for like less than $30. And it even comes with a shape key, so that you can have a male or female character. Check it out if you want. That's the link to it. It's very helpful, very useful. I'm trying to get the rig set up correctly at the moment. And then I will be able to start animating it and using it in my game, which is a traffic jam simulator. So you're going to be stuck in a car. You can get out of the car and walk around. But if you leave your car and traffic starts moving again, uh-oh. You're gonna be in trouble. All that kind of stuff. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a silly little game, but it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay. I think I know what to do with this rig now. I also have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff. So if you see me doing something silly, call it out. We have ads starting in about 15 seconds or so. So yeah, I'll take a break for that. Don't worry, you're not going to miss out on anything. Alright, let's rig this. Let's generate this rig again. Turn that down. I don't like that. I think I need the upper arm to go further in. Like so. All right. Then after this, we need to figure out the legs. Make sure the legs are working correctly. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot proper. If you raise your arm up, you'll be able to see just how it looks. Okay, good. So now... yeah, I can see that. That looks pretty accurate. I don't think I need to change anything about that. Maybe I need to change it there. That's definitely not correct. Okay. Almost there. Alright, everyone's back from ads. So I'm correcting up this bit here now. It doesn't look quite right at the moment. Let's see if this fixes it. How to learn Blender? So I've just kind of started. Like I just picked something and started making it, basically. That's what I did. I didn't make this model. This model is not something I made. It's a model that I've purchased. That's not correct either. It's too high up. But yeah, jump on YouTube. There's a ton of Blender tutorials to run through kind of getting started, getting into manipulating the mesh and things like that. And then there's more advanced ones that'll go through creating low poly characters of different types or creating props and static objects and things like that. The biggest thing I would say would be adding a reference image. So if you want to add a reference image, you can click Shift A. We'll go back to layout first. You can click Shift A and select image background, or you can just go add image background. And then what you can do from that is just select your background, and then you tell it if you want it to be viewed from the front or the back or from both. And then you can kind of set that up in a position so that you model to those proportions. So if I bring up, I'll create a new window actually. So here we are. So from here, you can see I've got this reference image, which is front. So that's an image which I have set as the depth as front and the side as front. And I've given it an opacity as well so that I can see the mesh. And I can kind of move the vertices to be in line with the mesh. And I can change to the back face. And then I've got the rear image, which is this one. And then there's the side image as well, which I can view from either side. And that kind of, that helps with essentially modeling things out and getting things into the correct position and stuff. That'll be something that's very important for you if you're learning Blender. Because that kind of defines the references and whatnot. But yeah, I would suggest, like I'm still new to Blender myself. I'm still new to modeling and whatnot. References have helped me a lot. Like reference images have helped me a ton. But I would suggest starting with Blender tutorials on YouTube. There's one YouTube channel that I would probably recommend the most, which is Blender Guru. So Blender Guru has a ton of like beginner courses that go through creating a model from a starting object, adding textures to it and colors and whatnot, adding an animation to it and things like that. So check out Blender Guru. That'll run through everything. Yeah, that'll be a good starting point for you. Let's see how this rig looks. That's too far down there now. I want it to actually move higher up. Starts about there. That's somewhere around there. Also, what I'm thinking today is at about the 8-hour mark, we'll go into 4 hours of Shadows of Doubt to finish off the day. Maybe even a bit longer than that, just because tomorrow is my day off. So I can do a bit of an extended stream today because tomorrow's my day off, and we may as well end it with some relaxing game time. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Does that look correct? I don't know if it does. It's that bit there that's getting me. I'm currently just setting up the rig for my character. Well, not my character, but the character model. So based on the armature, which is like these bones here, I can generate a rig. And that rig will allow me to do animations and whatnot. So I'll be able to create animations just using this rig to move things around. But I'm trying to get it to a point that it looks correct. I think that's... don't think that's correct though. That kind of comes out. To there. I probably need to bring that in a bit. That's about where, like, what the pelvis is. I grab those. See what happens with that. Let's generate rig. Let's connect those up. Go into pose mode. Get rid of that stretch so that it doesn't interfere with how long things are. Ooh. The hell? Why is that bending the leg? That was very odd. I have no idea what was causing that. Generate the rig again. With automatic weights. Into pose mode. Why are you turning that way? That was weird. I hope it's fixed now. If not, I'm going to be super confused. Yes, it's fixed. Beautiful. I guess that's close enough. The likelihood of me having the character up in, like with their leg up that high, is just not likely at all. So I can't think of a single reason that would happen. Whoops. Let's just call it rigged. And I'll undo all of that. And I will save it as pre-rig. Open up rigged. Something about scripts, which I clicked the wrong button on. Scripts. I may have said something incorrectly, but that doesn't matter. Now, I need to create an idle animation as my first animation. So, ooh. Really, I'm wondering if I if anyone can answer this, let me know. Should I create the clothing and stuff now as like separate meshes which also get parented to the rig? And then when I create the animations, they already work with the animations? Or am I able to create the clothing and such afterwards, after the animations are created, and then once I parent it to the rig, it automatically gets those animations. Like, I don't know how to go about having clothing. I don't even know if I need to parent clothing to the rig. I would think I would have to, so that when I export the clothes, they know how to move. How do you do that? I need to do some research on that. It's learning time, everyone. Blender. Clothes. Making clothes to move with animations. To move with character rig. There you go, some clothes. I would like to rig it now. However, when I raise his leg a bit, his skin comes out, as seen here. Use the data transfer modifier. Select the cloth. Shift select the rig. Set the parent with empty groups. Select the cloth alone. Add data transfer modifier anywhere in the stack, then within the modifier, source object, select your rigged mesh. Check vertex data, first in the list of the source object, below the source object. Select highlight vertex groups, click apply. Done. Forget about most of your nightmares and forget about destructive solutions. You may have to do some additional weight paintings or shape keys with drivers for cloth to react the way you want with some flex, but at least the clothes won't get through your base character as you move your rig with this method. This is the one answer to rule them all when it comes to rigging clothing. Interesting. So I assume that's the same now. But I just want to double check. You misunderstood my problem, I phrased it poorly. I've already transferred the weights and the cloth moves just fine with the character animation. The problem is when I try to move the entire rig to move the character around the scene, it moves the character but not the cloth, unless the simulation is at frame 1, in which case it does. The way you set up the cloth is counter to standard procedures with the cloth simulator. The balaclava cuts through the bear's body via cheekbones, and Blender has a hard time calculating cloth sims that have to collide both inside and outside of another object. It will scrumple up like it does. You need to reshape the balaclava so that it fits the dog, preferably whilst the armature is in rest position. To move cloth around a scene, you just need to make sure that the armature is below the cloth within the modifier stack with the balaclava object. This ensures the armature sets the position of the cloth and then runs the simulator afterwards. I would seriously reconsider renaming the balaclava object to anything but default material. Trying every step of the video, as for the balaclava touching cheekbones, it makes no difference either. If I make it bigger, it doesn't touch them. All it does is hang too loosely on him. It hangs perfectly as I currently have it. It just doesn't follow the rig around the scene. I also tried removing the cloth sim as suggested, but then it doesn't hang at all. It moves around the scene, at least that way, but no longer looks like cloth. You just need to move the armature below the cloth within the modifier stack, then rebake it. It'll still crumple up for the aforementioned reasons. And they just said if you rebake it, it'll still crumple up. Right, I think that's something different to mine anyway. Jesus, that's back to 2005. That would have been Blender 1.0. Trying to attach a lab coat to my character, I finally got my armature working and parented by manually assigning vertex groups to empty weights. Now I want to add a layer of clothing, a lab coat, but not sure how to go about it. If and when you get it attached and working, I would sure love to know how you did it. I have watched a couple of tutorials about clothing, but none seem to be able to work with my model. Having said that, are you creating for a game engine or for animation in Blender? Animation, I eventually want to make my own animated shorts. Yep, this is good for you then. Fabric Sim doesn't translate to game engines, but it's great within Blender. Move with game character. How do I model a character with clothes? Do I make a basic shape and model sculpt the shape of the clothes on top of that? Start with cylinders and build the shapes direct from there. You can build the character as is, then duplicate the body and place it in another layer. Then slightly enlarge the new layer to avoid coplanar artifacts. Cut away all the parts that are not shirt, pants, whatever. Generate the body with something like Make Human. Make the body yourself. What's this? I wonder if this is still a thing. Oh, snap. Interesting. This is an interesting tool. We can create and delete a face rig. There are also facial expressions we can animate. Also, there are options for assets and fit the assets to the character, meaning when animating the character, the clothes will move with the character. And we can load and save poses and use animation files. When was the last time this was updated? Ooh. Something tells me it has been developed to work with Blender 4.0. Interesting. We're going to try this out, everyone. We are going to test this plugin out. And if this plugin works as amazing as it thinks it does, MB Lab. Use Psycho Engines, yes. Interesting. So that's going to create the character. Bam. Snap. That's... Holy Christ. That's pretty decent. Character mass. How the hell? This is... This plugin is great. Holy damn. This is a character creator. The skin looks a bit weird. It's MB Lab. There's the plugin. Well, that's the details of the plugin. You can download the plugin as you please. The only thing I'm not sure about is the skin. See, it's not... It's odd. This one I'm just kind of tinkering with. So I found this Blender plugin that does character generation stuff. And I was just like, that's interesting, and I wanted to test it out. So I created this out. Yeah. Like, look at all this. It generates a bunch of stuff. But yeah, this is quite a decent plugin for Blender. It generates the character with the armature and whatnot. Once you've finished everything, you've got like an A pose, an I pose, a standard, a star pose, T pose. A pose is generally what we go for these days. And then once you finalize, so actually we've got display options, file tools. So you can export the character, you can import a character, include proportions, all that stuff. So if we go finalize, So we finalize this, goes into after creation tools. So we've got our character. You can create a face rig. You can get facial expressions. Holy shit. It has a ton of pre-made facial expressions. It's got assets. So if you have an asset library, you can load the assets.